Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you everything that I have read in November. Now, unfortunately, this month I haven't done a lot of reading, so this is going to be very short because I went through a huge reading slump, so let's just get right on into it. Okay, the first book that I read in November was The Mistake by L. Kennedy. This I loved so much. I gave this 5 stars. There's also a reading vlog of me reading this, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link. But this is so good, like so good. And I was expecting to like this one so much because people are saying that it wasn't as good as The Deal and the Score, but I love this. So it proves you can't really listen to anyone else because I love this so much. The next thing that I read in November was Final Girls by Riley Sager. I was meant to have read this for a long time and I'm so glad that I finally got to it because it was so good. I think I gave this 3 or 4 stars, I can't remember. But like, I highly recommend that you read this. Now, unfortunately, I don't like the way women was described in this, but I could like look past that a little bit because I mean the book was good. And I listened to this on audiobook, so like it was like nicer to listen to it because I tried reading it in, I can't remember if it was September or October, but I did try reading it and I just couldn't get into it, so I thought, oh, if I try it with an audiobook, would I enjoy it more? And I did. So I recommend that you read this if you are looking for a good thriller. The next book that I read is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This book was so good, like so good. This really got me out of my reading slump. Now, I recently finished this and it is currently the 29th, and I think I finished this on the 27th. So it's very late in the month and that's why I haven't read so much, but I'm definitely out of my reading slump. Like, this is so good. And I highly recommend that you read this, and there is a reading vlog, and so I'm not sure if it'll be up yet or not, but if it is, I'll leave a link if it's not, and then look out for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. But this is so good, you need to read it, and if you decide to, you won't be disappointed because I wasn't expecting it to be what it was. I thought it was gonna be like a cute romance or whatever. No, it's not. It like took a complete different turn. I knew Alex, the guy, he was closed off, but I didn't really think much of it that was going to get like much of a story of it. But wow, we got a story. So I highly recommend that you read it because it's so good. The next book that I read was Pride and Prejudice. Again, this is also in that vlog, so like keep a lookout if it's not already up. But again, I watched the movie and then like the movie series of this, and I loved both of those so much. I watched it last night, so I watched the movie 4 times, and like the movie series once, and I love them both so much, so I thought I have to read Pride and Prejudice. Now, I tried reading this when I brought it, which was I think February of this year. But the problem is it was taking, I stopped on chapter 13, but it was taking me way too long, and after I read it, I was having headaches, so it was like too much to read, because if you look at the font, that is why, and classics I find hard to read anyway, so I thought I will listen to it on an audiobook. I'll listen to it, see if that works, and it definitely did. I enjoyed it a lot more, and obviously I didn't get headaches. So it was so good. I loved this book. I think this is my favourite classic ever, which is surprising because I never had a favourite classic, if I was being honest. but now I do. Okay, and the last book I am going to show you. Now, this book I am still reading. I'm currently reading it, but my plan is to finish it in November, because I will most likely finish it in November, and that is The Score by Elle Kennedy. Now, I'm doing a reading vlog for this book, so keep an eye out for that. But at the moment, I'm not far into it. I literally started it last night. I'm 6 pages in, so I'm not far. But at the moment, it is so good. I'm loving it already, and I'm only 6 pages in, so that tells you a lot. But I highly recommend that you read this. I highly recommend that you read the whole Off-Campus series. Let me just tell you. I can't remember if I read anything else on my Kindle, so I'm just going to quickly double check that I have got everything. I don't think I read any novellas this month. Oh, I did. I read Guarding Temptation. Now it's up there, but I'll put a picture here. I read Guarding Temptation, and I think it's by Tyler Hibbert. And let me tell you this book is so good. It's not even a book, it's a novella. This novella is so good. I got the recommendation from Books with Chloe, and it's so good. I gave this 4.5 stars. I didn't quite give it 5 stars, because there's no reason for it. I was thinking maybe change it to 5 stars. I was thinking about it. When I first finished it, I was like, wow, 4.5. But now that I've kept it a couple of days, or more couple of weeks, I am thinking about changing it to 5 stars. So you can look at my Goodreads if I change it, but it's so good. And I highly recommend this novella. It's a best friend's little sister. That's what it is. That's the trope. So I recommend that you read it because it's so good, especially for a novella. Novellas are I love novellas personally, but they're not normally that good. They're normally 3 stars tops. But no, this one was so good, so I highly recommend that you read it. Okay, that's everything for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.